Yo, hey, what's up guys, it's Random, and I'm here to cast some of the games, or one game in particular, from the last 1.8 tournament that happened on the Sunday. It's still not finished yet, the finals are upcoming, but I'd like to cast one of the games that I've played against Nathan. I think that was a pretty good game. It was an Isengard against Nathan's Dwarfs, and I feel like I should probably skip a little bit of the very beginning because nothing that much interesting is going on. The only thing interesting is that I scouted his worker here with my Creebanes, and he actually cancelled his mineshaft here and went for this one. The thing is that he just walked his pikes towards the middle work layer, and I just went for the typical two furnaces into Uruk pit build. This furnace is here mainly to scout a possible forward mineshaft. Nothing else pretty much. It's not really on high percentage. It's not really a safe position. It's just a scouting mineshaft. Something you should keep in mind against dwarves. So he basically did this thing with his pikes. He never actually used his tunnel system to get to the work layers, and very smart choice not going for the works up here, because I already had my swordsman in position. Otherwise he's using this mineshaft to deal some harassment, get rid of my scouting furnace. Really good job. And I'm already getting my second Uruk pit just to get the unit count out that I actually need to deal with the Guardian harassment. This is a scouting furnace. It's not supposed to live for a very long time there, and also it soaks up some damage before he can actually go to my sort of OG furnaces that have the chance of leveling up soon enough. Because I'm not supposed to have a lot of furnaces around, so I need some of them to be high level so that I can keep up on the economy. Otherwise he's taking the top side, sort of solidifying at the same time that he tried to take the bottom, but obviously in the early game you don't really have the unit count to claim both of these limbs of the map at the same time. So I'm just taking it. Like I know that he's here. I know that he's creeping this, but there's no reason for me to contest that right now when I can take my own space for furnaces. And he already took down the. I believe that was like the first furnace. Yeah, this one and this one those were the first furnaces out there for me. So it's a big win. I'm like sort of trying to get down his OG mineshaft, but yeah, I can't do it. He's got enough defense in position, and I wasted a lot of time. Then again, he has these two Guardians that are not in my face at my base. They're just trying to defend, which is good. It's like my two Urukais don't really do damage, but they deflected some of the possible damage. And yeah, he took the tavern with the hobbits, so they're somewhat strong, not like crazily strong, but you just get getting some additional units can go a long way. And now, I mean, I have the bottom limb of the map because he didn't get any mineshafts there, so he knows that as well, and he's going there with his guardians, but it's a bit too late. I already have my stuff there, so I decided I could contest this top side, sort of. This furnace, not the best placement, honestly. I already know he's there. I don't need to scout it. So yeah, I just need to delete the furnace some way so I don't feed that much power points. And I'll probably, yeah, I'm pretty sure I get his mineshaft, which is not a huge deal, but it slows down his progression with the units towards my base. And him having a glowing is, yeah, that's not helping, and was probably not paying attention for some reason. So I lost my worker there, not too good. and he's getting his, wait, that's 1, 2, 3 layers to my first layer here, and he took down a furnace here. And now these two of my units are actually out of position by quite a large margin, to be honest. They should have just gone straight on it, back to defense, because dealing with these guardians is not gonna be easy, but yeah, at least I have a unit in position. Another worker, it's not gonna die. I'm trying to like defend these guardians. Yeah, I should just fall back the slow units and get my excavation on the fortress to heal them up. I'm running on 450 command points whilst he's on 400, so I'm not actually behind. Yeah, and I got my devastation. I used it here. I tried to use devastation on like trees and trapping units at the same time, but then again, don't wait for it too long, because then you might be losing one round of the money. So it's better off to just use it if he doesn't give you the opportunity of using it at his units inside trees. Then just fuck it, just use it to get the money. And honestly, he's not forcing me to pump out more pikes because he never went for battle wagons, which I feel like is a mistake, because I think that he's had the cash, to go for it, but he decided to keep in the guardians and hobbits, which is like these hobbits might have been a reason why he never went for battle wagons, because he felt like he's got enough, and he's had places to spend his money at, basically. Unlike in those games where you're stuck on one Hall of Warriors, he's had an additional production building where he could spend his money. I thought my lords would get to level 2 by killing these works, that's why I sort of lost time with it over there, but he's on decent level progression, so it's fine. Yeah, dodge this. He was off host, I believe. Yeah, he was off host, so kind of harsh. And his blowing was terribly out of position here. I'm not sure to what extent that was just a basic miss micro, or if he's like sent him to a mine shaft before and they liked. I can't really tell. In any case, this is where it starts swinging, my direction, I would say. Except I still have, this fucking decent army to deal with. And I only have infantry units. I never went for Zergs or Work Riders, because I felt like I needed to keep up the pressure with the unit count. And as you can see, like, I'm still on 450, okay, and this is like, what, maybe 5-6 minutes into the game, and so is he. So both of us like are keeping the harassment sort of and we don't really let each other get some decent economy, and that's really hard to do for a Dwarven player. Actually, it's not that hard to do for the Isengard player, because your units are more responsive, and they can really run around the whole map and can't really be caught by anything except for the fucking battle against it. He still didn't get. He went for the summon archers here, which is going to delay his progression to the 15 power point, but I think that he's like a couple power points ahead. That's 5, 10, 10, so 25, 24, and I'm on, actually we're like equal, yeah, we're pretty much completely equal on power points, and on the, Yeah, I'm getting ahead with the command points, especially because of this top limp. As you see again, he's got the bottom one. You see, like he already solidified with 2 mine shafts. He's had a worker there doing some stuff, and you know these summon archers sort of like chased my army back here. But at the same time, I took the top part. This is one important thing to remember, that your opponent cannot really be at all places at once, at least not with all the force. So if you lose, you know, farms, or if you lose control of one part of the map, you should be able to gain control of another part of the map. And it's only about how fast you can actually respond to the situation. That is, not sure what my plan was with these archers. I guess I did not realize that I don't have, you know, any units that kill buildings with it actually. So I just like sent the group there for no reason. Yeah, and another excavation on trees at the same time on the units. You can keep in mind that what's it called, devastation, not excavation, only takes money from like 3 trees, so you don't really have to put it on these huge, you know, forests with fucking 15 trees in it, because it doesn't. It's there's no difference. Even like if you get the army stuck somewhere and there are 2 trees, and I think it's worth it if you have stuff to deal damage to the stunned army. Because it's just a little boost, honestly. It's not like the other money spell that Isengard has, the farm buff, like burning fires. I'm not sure what the fuck is it called. That one you want to get the most value of as soon as possible, obviously. But this is just a little money injection that you can get your heroes with when you're struggling to like save up. Then you just click the excavation, the devastation on something, and there you go. You can get your hero. I already went for the works, but he's got the production of he did have the production of axe throwers and his infantry units. Plus, I think I sort of kind of remember that he's had a Gimli this game. So I'm not sure if he already got his Gimli or not yet. But yeah, he's I took the in from him because these hobbits were so annoying. These ones are summoned, obviously, but it's really annoying to just deal with like couple more units than you have to deal with. And Nathan is good enough to keep up the production of them and just be annoying with them. You don't really expect to get a huge amount of damage done, but you spend some of your opponent's APM, micro, and attention on dealing with these hobbits. And yeah, that's the Gimli. Actually, he just made him. I think I just like caught him and wanted to get the fuck out. He also, by the way, took the what's it called, Cloud Break, to cancel or to have the cancellation of the freezing crane. I don't think that the freezing crane was affecting it anymore, but it's good to have the Cloud Break against like these weather changes spells, It's like Darkness from Mordor and the Freezing Crane on Isengard, and I think that goblins have something too. I'm actually not sure right now, but yeah, the weather changes are too big of a spell. I think that those are like possibly the strongest 15 level spells in the game, and I didn't find it out until I actually found it out the hard way by playing against Ictilion, who was extremely good at abusing these spells, or still is, obviously. Yeah, now the game is honestly sort of over. So I just have too much stuff, and he's got his Gimli, he's got his Gloin. That's all nice and cute and pretty, but it's just not enough against like a full map control Isengard that has just gotten off the chain. He needed the battle wagons really badly. If you like, I'm sure that some of you are asking the question like, what could have he done? And the answer is battle wagons. Somewhat simple. I think that the Gimli dies now. Oh my fucking god, that's one hell of a hit. And his glowing is just like cutting my backlines here. These heroes are really strong. And he's got so much support from the shit, he's actually not dying. And actually my Lurtz is gonna die, yeah, so that's a little bit of a mini comeback, I would say. Yeah, goodbye Lurtz. He's had a short life and didn't mean too much. Thing is that he's just lacking units, he's lacking production, and I'm on like almost 1000 command points whilst he's on 300, so that's soon tap out, I would say. But yeah, the main reason I decided to cast this one is that in the early game it showcased the fact that you either have like, you know, this side of the map or this side of the map, and then you guys can like fight for the middle part of the map with the actual units, but it's very important to remember how to or to know, that is, how to maneuver units around. Like in the early game you could see that I've had my 2 units of Uruk-hai here, and they did nothing, right? Except for his 2 units of Guardians being stuck around his main mineshaft, or his first mineshaft, because otherwise he'd lose it, and he might have lost his Hall of Warriors as well, so it wasn't like he overreacted, he's needed those 2 units there. And by default then those 2 units were not in my face on my base, killing my structures. That's something I feel like a lot of people have issues with, and even I do from time to time. Realizing that if you are in somebody's face, then he cannot really be in yours at the same time, because you guys would be just trading damage basically, and it's good to know when it's okay to trade damage for you and when it's not. The general rule is that whoever can kill more furnaces faster or has the potential of killing the production or the fortress, Gimli died by the way, should, you know, go for the trade rather than for defending. That goes for matchups such as Isengard against Mordor or goblins too. It's extremely hard to defend, or maybe even impossible on some levels, on the higher levels, to defend Goblin or Mordor harassment with Isengard. So what you have to do is just get out there on the map and force Goblins or Isengard, or Goblins or Mordor, to defend if you're playing Isengard. It's not easy, not saying that by any means, and I think that that's the only option you've left with, essentially. Yeah, and that's the freezing crane, and he obviously still has some cooldown on the cloud break because he didn't have the power points to take it at the same time as I did, because he went for the Hobbit Alliance and the Man of Dale, so he missed some power points. But overall, when you look at the power points, that's 10, that's 20, 30, 45 plus 20, that's 65 power points, and I was on 5, 20, 30, and 50, 55. So he was actually ahead on power points. He was somewhat ahead, or not. I'm not sure if my math is right, but I think that he was somewhat ahead on the power points, which is given by the fact that he's had these heroes who killed a shitload of units in a quick amount of time. And obviously this is just GG, but Yeah, good game. I think that it was somewhat educational. Mainly the maneuvering in the early game and the fact with the map taking. Otherwise, I just I basically just took the best game of the tournament that I've played and casted it. But I think that I might cast the game of Turgon against Maka next, because that was told to be good. Some people had some really positive comments about it on game replay, so I think I'm going to go for that one next. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time.